He's going to have to throw from a standing spot. That's a nice piece of officiating and real good cooperation from the coaches. Because technically speaking, Howard had violated.
Howard finds King open. King underneath, bounce pass Weber. Puts it up backwards.
I thought Weber was in there a long time, Jim. Certainly beyond 3 seconds. Yeah, Millard had taken a 3 there. Tom Davis should have really called it a day. Very patient. Working out of that box.
Oh, Millard missed the alley-oop. It was perfectly set up by Smith.
Tom Davis loved the execution of that play. It was a box. You'll see a box right here. Everybody's thinking about what Iowa has been doing. And then you'll see the play was perfectly set up, the weak side. Millard coming in there, and he just tried to finish it off with too much power. ACO goes to the foul line.
Tally called on the foul. His second and number 8 against Michigan. So they're in a 1-and-1 Earl at the line.
You got to telestrate Millard's eyes. I mean, they're popping right out of his head so far.
So missing the front end. Rose racing ahead to Rose. And 4 quick ones for Michigan to get back within 5.
That's why it's nice to be a 6'8" guard. Even with AC Earl on you, you can still score on a break.
Move by Winters.
Right around Jimmy King. Double teaming out of the press.
Rose.
2 shots in a row over AC Earl. One of the best shot blockers in college basketball, and Jalen puts it right over the top of him.
Oh, Earl got a little bit lost and threw it out of bounds. Let's get a report right now from Pat O'Brien. Pat?
All right, Jim, thank you. A couple of doctors, a couple of paramedics working on James Bosco. They are now saying he has a broken nose. He's still bleeding profusely, but he's sitting up, he's chatting. His mom and dad are at the game, and so they're back there in there with him. And another mask for Michigan. Back to you.
Exact injury that happened with Chris Weber in a practice injury. Hit with an elbow by Eric Riley. King in a foul. He'll shoot 2. Foul on Winters.
Jim, maybe, and this is a terrible thing to say in regard, you don't want to see somebody get hurt, but you know, Voskuil's injury is what really slowed and took the Iowa game away, took the crowd out of the game. So a very valuable play on his part, and certainly something he didn't want to do, but it has changed the complexion of this game somewhat. The crowd is still silent now.
Winters and Earl come out as Webb returns, along with Looking Bill. So King at the line. King with 5 points today. He'll shoot 2.
Only a 60% free throw shooter is Jimmy King. And because of his slashing ability, he's the kind of guy should get on the line more than he does.
Looking Bill boxed out on Howard. Lead is 4. Iowa 67-63.
Tom Davis says AC Earl sitting down, wanting to have him rested for the stretch drive. Kenyon Murray, maybe the guy that has to score some for him here. He's been the one off the bench that's done it so far today.
Here he is, Murray. Smith.
Not a good shooter.
Way too
Not
strong.
a good shooter.
Weber, and 1.
And that timeout by Steve Fisher a number of minutes ago, plus the injury to Voskuil, has completely changed this game around. All the momentum has now shifted. Michigan got their composure back. They're not trying to make up for that deficit that they had in one play. And Chris Weber taking over inside.
Boy, Chris Weber will give you some reaction shots, won't he?
Yep.
Or should I say Macy Weber? He told the Michigan Public Relations Sports Information staff, put me in the guide as Macy Weber out of respect to my father. His real name is Macy Edward Christopher Weber III. Says it's okay if we call him Chris. He has 15 points. Unable to make good on the free throw for the three-point play, but he has sliced the lead to 2.
Jim, I think it's time to get Kenyon Murray the ball. He and Val Barnes out there work it until one of those two can get off a decent shot. Two-man game going over on the one side. Back to the box offense now. There's Barnes.
With 5 on the shot clock, he took it.
That was a good play, though. When you get a good shot by one of your better players.
That ties it. King ties it on the slam. Weber with the assist.
I don't know how much longer A.C. Earl can sit down.
Barnes wants the lead back, and he gets it on the roll.
As I say that, A.C. Earl gets up. Here he comes.
Michigan scored the game's first 9. Iowa tied it at halftime. Then Iowa was in front by 9. Michigan's come back to tie it here in the second half.
Murray
blocks Weber.
Surprised Weber was going to take that shot.
Three-pointer by Rose. Long rebound to Murray.
They've done so well going down inside to Chris Weber. No reason to take a three.
Barnes. Howard, outlet to King. Here comes the Wolverines. 3-on-1 with King. Tied at 69.
Nice no call by the referee.
7:20 remaining.
You see 11-4 since Bosco went down. Took the momentum out of the game. Excellent pump fake inside by Val Barnes, Jim.
Foul on King, his second. And we have some subs. Here's Earl. Glasper back in. Riley and Jackson, the two Wolverine players with 3 fouls, replace Weber and Talley.
Jim, some good things have happened in Iowa this week. You know, Eldon Miller won his 500th game.
Former Ohio State coach, now at Iowa.
The other thing was interesting. Iowa Essex Community High School did something in basketball history this week. It's never been done. Every point they scored in the game that they won was scored on a 3-point shot. First time in the history of basketball. And you know, in Iowa, they still play women's basketball 6 on a side, 3 on each end of the floor.
Well, there's a timeout on the floor with 7:01 remaining, and the 2 free throws gives Iowa the 2-point lead. CBS Sports coverage continues after this message and a word from your local station.
What you get guaranteed at McDonald's today. And by UPS, the package delivery company more companies count on.
This has been a terrific game from the start. Iowa leading 71-69.